Hello everyone, 欢迎来到未央阅读，听 Summer 讲故事。Look at the picture, the hoppers are back. 看看右下角的 snubby nose 在指着什么呢？吼吼 ，a kite was caught in the tree. 看来呀，今天的故事是关于风筝的。Let's read the title, Flying Kites, 放风筝。Who flew the kite in the story? And why was the kite in the tree? Let's read the story and check out what happened to the hoppers.Look at the picture. There was a strong wind outside. Ooh, bad weather. The hoppers could not go out to play. 来看中文啦。The hoppers pressed their noses against the window. Pressed 就是 press 的过去式啊，表示挤压。Against 呢，表示紧靠着什么呢？ Pressed their noses against the window. 小兔子们呢，把鼻子紧紧地抵在窗户上。Why?继续看 They watched the March wind blow outside. March wind 就是3月的风啦，也就是指冬天刚结束不久啊，又大又寒冷的风啊，风太大不能出门。这个动作就体现了他们特别渴望出门的样子啦。That's why they pressed their noses against the window to watch the wind. What did Mom say? 继续看 Remember, do not leave the house while we are gone.said Mother Hopper. While 表示当什么的时候啦 Gone 表示离开了，还没回来。妈妈当然看出了孩子们的小心思，当然得叮嘱一下了。For the safety, Mother Hopper asked the children not to leave the house. Where did Mom and Dad plan to go? 继续看 She and Papa Hopper were going shopping. Snubby Nose cried. Can we sit on the doorstep?Doorstep 就是门阶呀，也就是门口的楼梯啦。Sit on the doorstep 就是坐在门口台阶上，不走远，坐在门口总可以吧？ Would Mom agree with him? 继续看 Do not set one paw outside, Mother Hopper said. Paw 就是爪子啦。The hoppers are all bunnies. 所以这里的 paws 就相当于 hands and feet. Do not set one paw outside.这可是个命令句呀，语气非常强硬，表示不许，一个爪子都不能伸出去，一步都不准迈出家门。So Mom didn't agree with Snubby Nose. 继续看 She and Papa Hopper left for town. Left for 就是 leave for. Left for town 离开家去了镇上啦。So from this page, we know that the hoppers wanted to play outside, but the wind blew so hard.兔妈妈不让小兔子们出门，孩子们会老老实实待在家吗？ What would the hoppers do in the house? Let's read and find it out. Look at the picture. The hoppers were busy at home. What did they do? 首先看圈起来单词 Swept 是 sweep 的过去式啊，表示打扫清扫。比如把树叶扫成一堆 Sweep the leaves up into a pile.接下来我们来看中文了 The hoppers swept the floor, made their beds, and made lunch. Swept the floor, 扫地 Made the beds, 整理床铺 Made lunch, 做午餐兔子们呢，听话的在家里面干起了家务活啊。只有一只小兔子不太一样 What was Snubby Nose doing? 继续看 All the while, Snubby Nose said, I want to fly my kite. Let's fly our kites.All the while 表示一直怎么样，也就是说呀 While the hoppers were doing the housework, Snubby Nose kept talking. 别人都在忙着家务，翘鼻子一直在旁边嘟囔啊，我要放风筝，我要放风筝，我要放风筝。So from this page, we know that Snubby Nose still wanted to fly kites. 翘鼻子吵着要放风筝，那放风筝当然得去户外呀，但这不就违背了妈妈的嘱咐了吗？What would the hoppers do? Let's go reading. Look at the picture. The hoppers were holding their kites. Were they going to fly kites? 来看正文就知道了。After lunch, the hoppers took out their kites. Just to look at them, they sat by the window. By 表示在旁边呢。 The March wind blew around the house. 风啊依旧很大，大家拿着风筝并没有出门啊，而是看了看风筝，在窗边坐了下来。The hoppers still remembered Mom's words, so they didn't go outside. 继续看。Let's just fly our kites in the yard, said Snubby-Nose. 院子也属于自己家呀，就在院子里放，行不行呢？继续看。Mother said we must not leave the house, said Fluffy Tail. Must not 就是不允许、禁止的意思啦。Fluffy Tail 毛尾巴提醒说呀，出了房子就不行啊。So they couldn't fly kites in the yard. Well, from this page we know that Snubby-Nose wanted to fly his kite in the yard, but Fluffy Tail didn't agree. 到现在为止啊，大家互相监督，坚持得很好。但是一心想放风筝的翘鼻子忍得住吗？ Let's get ready. Oh, look, the hoppers were running to the yard with their kites. 怎么大家全都跑去院子里面放风筝了呀？我们先来看单词啦。Stand 忍受、容忍。举个例子哦，我实在忍受不了他对妈妈说话的态度。I can't stand the way he talks to mom. 我受不了了。I cannot stand anymore. 接下来我们来看正文。The March wind blew some leaves against the window. Blew 就是 blow 吹的过去式了。Against the window 就是打到了窗户上。The March wind blew harder and harder. 风啊越来越大，当然越容易放风筝了。继续看。Snubby-Nose couldn't stand it anymore. It 指的就是staying at home 这件事儿了。Couldn't stand it anymore. 再也忍受不了了。放风筝的好天气就在眼前。Snubby-Nose 再也受不了待在家里了。So what would he do next? 继续看。He stepped outside with his kite, and the other hoppers followed. Stepped outside 就是踏出了屋子啊。Others followed him. How about Fluffy Tail? 刚刚还很坚定的毛尾巴会跟着一块儿出去吗？继续看。Fluffy Tail was the last one out. Last 最后的。So even Fluffy Tail went out to the yard too. 看样子啊，大家受到了 Snubby-Nose 的影响，全都把妈妈的话抛在脑后了。继续看。They ran around the house with their kites, but soon they got tired of their yard. Got tired of 就是厌倦厌烦呐。院子不算特别宽敞，兔子们放了一会儿风筝啊，就觉得跑不开，没意思了。So the hoppers soon got tired of flying kites in the yard. What would they do? 继续看。We can go down the path, said Snubby-Nose. Path 是小路啊。Go down the path 表示沿着小路往下走。那往下走是什么地方呢？ Where were they going? Let's go reading. Look at the picture. Oh no, one kite was broken, and another kite was flying away. 先来看圈起来单词了。Tore 是 tear 的过去式，表示撕破撕裂呀。比如撕开就可以说呀 tear apart。那么过去式呢，就是 tore apart。举个例子，他把信呢撕成了两半呢。He tore the letter into two. 接下来我们来看正文啦。The hoppers flew their kites down the path into the woods. 小路的尽头就是森林啦，这一下可走得有点远了。What would happen when the hoppers fly kites in the woods? 我们继续看。Floppy ears cried, Oh no, I let go of my string. Let go of 就是放开、松开的意思了。String 这里表示风筝线呢。不好，帕耳朵呀不小心松了手，风筝线掉了。What would happen next? 继续看。Her kite sailed away. Sailed 在这里表示飘过呀。Sailed away 就是说呀，风筝飘走了。How about others' kites? 继续看。Then Speedy Legs cried, A branch tore my kite. Branch 是树枝啊。Tore 是扯破撕破，飞毛腿的风筝也被树枝给刮破了。此时此刻大家是什么感受呢？继续看。We should have listened to mother, said Fluffy Tail. Should have listened 是个完成时态呀，表示本来应该听妈妈的话，但事实上没听啊。结果现在风筝飞的飞呀，坏的坏呀。We should have listened to mother. 我们要是听了妈妈的话就好了。看来呀，他们都后悔了。How about Snubby-Nose? 继续看。Just then, Snubby-Nose howled. My kite is caught in a tree. Howled 表示嚎叫啊，说明 Snubby-Nose 的风筝肯定也遭遇不幸了，所以他才会惨叫。Is caught 就是 catch 的被动语态，表示被挂住、被勾住了。In the tree 就说明风筝被挂在树上了。So from this page, we know the hoppers lost their kites. 那谁来救救翘鼻子挂在树上的风筝呢？ Would anyone come to bring the kite down? Let's go ready. Look, Grandpa Grizzly came. 这下风筝有救啦！来看正文。Just then, Grandpa Grizzly walked by. What's all this crying? He asked. Crying 就是哭闹声了。All this crying 就是刚刚大家发出的鬼哭狼嚎啊！熊爷爷听到当然要问问原因啦。接着看 ，We are in trouble, said Snubby-Nose. In trouble 表示遇上麻烦呢。My kite is caught in a tree. So how would Grandpa Grizzly help Snubby-Nose with his trouble? Let's keep reading. Look at the picture. Grandpa Grizzly climbed up the tall tree and got the kite for Snubby-Nose. 首先我们来看圈起来单词 winked 是wink 的过去式，表示眨眼睛、使眼色的意思。比如妈妈朝女儿眨了眨眼睛 Mom winked at her daughter. 接下来我们来看正文哈 Grandpa Grizzly winked. Grandpa Grizzly 这一眨眼呢，就好像在说瞧我的吧。What would he do next? 继续看He climbed the tall tree and pulled the string from the branches. Pulled the string 就是拉扯风筝线呐。From the branches 是从树枝上。Why? 对啦 Snubby-Nose 的风筝就是因为风筝线缠到了树枝上嘛，才被树挂住的。So he pulled the string to get the kite. 接着看 He brought it down and gave it to Snubby-Nose. Brought 就是 bring。熊爷爷带着风筝下了树，翘鼻子的风筝得救啦。接着看第二段 Be careful now, he said. That kite might do strange things. You should always be good when you play by yourselves. Be good 就是乖乖的、好好的。When play by themselves 就是没有大人自己玩的时候。熊爷爷为什么要提醒大家格外小心这个风筝呢？ Well, that kite might do strange things.How strange would it be? Let's check out the hidden meaning of Grandpa's words. Let's move on to the next page. Oh, look! 天上怎么还飘了一只 hopper 啊 Who was in the sky? What happened to him? 先来看圈起来单词了 Burst 表示突然发生、爆发出。比如全班爆出了笑声啊哈哈 The class burst out laughing.再比如呢，门突然开了 The door bursts open. 接下来我们来看正文啦 Snubby-Nose took hold of his kite string and the kite sailed up and up. Took hold of 表示抓住拿着呀 Snubby-Nose 拿回心爱的风筝后当然爱不释手了，他紧紧地抓住风筝啊 Then something strange did happen. The kite sailed up and up. 风筝失去控制越飞越高What else happened? 继续看 Then Snubby-Nose went up and up with it. Soon he flew out of sight. Sight 就是视线了 Out of sight 表示在视线之外，也就是看不见了Snubby-Nose got carried away with the kite and disappeared. 翘鼻子被风筝带走了，这下其他兄弟姐妹什么反应呢？继续看 Speedy legs, fluffy tail, and floppy ears nearly burst into tears. Burst into tears 就是突然大哭起来了。The other hoppers were all afraid. How about Grandpa Grizzly? 继续看 But Grandpa Grizzly led them home. Led 是 lead 的过去式表示带路啊。看来呀，熊爷爷一点不担心 Snubby-Nose 回不来，而是直接带大家回家了。Why? 继续看I have a feeling you will see Snubby-Nose soon, he said. Feeling 是预感、感觉呀。Grandpa Grizzly had a feeling that Snubby-Nose would come home soon. Was his feeling right? Let's go reading. Look at the picture. Snubby Nose was standing in front of the door. Grandpa Grizzly's feeling was right. 先来看圈起来单词啦。Speck 小点儿。A speck is a small spot. 比如远处的船不过是一个小点儿啊。The ship was just a speck in the distance. 接下来我们来看正文啦。When they got home, Floppy Ears looked into the sky. I see a speck, she cried. 耙耳朵看到天上有个小点儿。Can you guess what the speck was? 继续看。Is it Snubby Nose? cried Speedy Legs. It was Snubby Nose, still holding the kite string. 哈哈，果然 It was Snubby Nose. 它掉下来的时候啊，还保持着飞之前那个动作呢。Holding the kite string. 继续看。He came down and landed right on the doorstep. Landed 是降落呀。降落在哪儿了呢？ Right on the doorstep. Right 在这儿啊，表示正好刚好啊。Snubby Nose 正好降落在了门阶的位置了。So finally, Snubby Nose came back home. 乘着风筝回家呀。What an experience! 那经过了这次神奇的旅程，兔子们有没有汲取一点教训呢？ Let's move on to the last page. Look at the picture. Grandpa Grizzly was holding many new kites, and the hoppers were excited. 接下来我们来看圈起来单词咯。Brand new 全新的，崭新的。比如他给自己买辆崭新的汽车呀。He bought himself a brand new car. 崭新的房子就是 a brand new house. 接下来我们来看正文啦。Have you learned to listen to your mother? Grandpa Grizzly asked. Have you learned 是 learned 完成时态呀，意思是已经学到了吗？学到什么了呢？ To listen to your mother. 原来呀，刚刚的小插曲是熊爷爷专门为大家设计的。He wanted the hoppers to listen to their mom. 来看看 the hoppers 会怎么回答呢？ Yes, we have, said the hoppers. Of course, the hoppers have learned a lesson. 他们再也不敢不听妈妈的话了。继续看。Just then, Mother and Papa Hopper came around the corner. Around the corner 就是在拐角处转角的地方啦。说不定啊，今天的事儿就是妈妈留下的小考验呢。继续看。Before Grandpa Grizzly went home, he gave each little hopper a brand new kite. Wow! They all had brand new kites as the gifts. 这是他们学会听话的奖励哦。All right, that's the end of the story. What have you learned from the story? Well, Summer thinks that children should listen to mom's words. You can share the story with your friends. See you next time. Bye.